So just as a quick disclaimer, this Galaxy Z Fold7 right here is not at all meant to be a full review. So this is more like me talking to you as a friend, telling you how this is at the last minute. And when I say last minute, I mean the Z Fold 8 is literally supposed to be announced on the 21st, and it's the 8th today. So let's hope I can get this video out soon. So before you try to rip me and say, oh, this review sucks, well, fool, I tried to tell you this ain't a full review, ain't it? So let's talk about this Z Fold7 that I've been using every single day since they announced this in New York City when they flew me out to Galaxy Unpacked and they gave me this phone. I'm just gonna kind of spoil it right now. This is gonna be against the whole YouTube retention thing if you want to go and get the highest retention, but I love this phone so much. There's issues, but I love it. So I'm coming from a Z Fold 6. I did buy that phone, and I did not buy this phone. Again, like I said, Samsung did give this to me, but that's not gonna alter my opinion. I don't care what they give me. But the Z Fold 6, I did buy that with my hard-earned money, and that thing was a little bit thicker than the Z Fold 7, and there were some things that they took away from it that I just wasn't feeling with the Z Fold 7. I said right off the bat. And you know, this is the first time that I'm working with Samsung. They just gave me this phone. They flew me out to New York City, and I'm already bashing it from the Z Fold 6. Luckily, they still want to work with me, and they invited me out to Galaxy Unpacked for the Z Fold 8. But the whole thing, what I'm saying with that is, like, I love this phone, but they just removed some things that I really didn't like about it, but I got over it. And I did not expect that at all, because this is a really, really great phone, and the Z Fold 6 was too. So let's see, the Z Fold 6 took away the under display camera, which I actually like that. Some people didn't like that, but I did, because the under display camera quality was just garbage. But one big thing they did take away is the S Pen. And you know what? I sometimes still miss it. But what we got in return is a way thinner phone and way lighter, and honestly, I'll take that over that. At first, I wasn't like that, but now I kind of like been using the phone more, and I'm like, I have a Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra and an S9 Plus, so like, I use those two, and it's not that bad when I have that. Maybe I get it, like, if you don't have that, then like, obviously not everybody's gonna have a Galaxy Tab and a Z Fold7 and all that. Like, I'm like one of the rare people, okay? But I'm just a real big tech head, so I like having all this stuff. But my point with all this is like, I kind of like not feeling the burn as much because I have that, I'm assuming. But yeah, the Z Fold7, I definitely have my beef more with this thing than when I've just freshly switched from the Z Fold 6, but it's not as bad no more. And there might have been some other small things about it that I really didn't like about the Z Fold7, but overall, I do like how we're at today. So like I said, the first big thing I noticed about the Z Fold7 is just using it every day and just holding it. So right from the jump, I just want to talk about the design. Like, the design is so beautiful. Like, look at this. Do you see that? Look at the blue color and everything. So they have different colors, but I'm so glad they gave me this blue color, bro. It looks so dope. You have this matte finish and everything, and of course I scratched it a little bit because you know what? Cases ain't the best for this thing. I kind of learned that, but you know what? Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. Also, the camera. We no longer have those camera rings that we had with the Z Fold 6. Thank God, because it was so bad with the Z Fold 6 and it scratched and whatever. I didn't like it. Way better with the Z Fold 7. We just have the regular camera rings like we were supposed to have right from the jump. One issue we do have with this is because it's so thin, we have this protruding camera, and boy, you could tell on the table. And this just absolutely ruins my wireless charging, because with most wireless chargers, it just doesn't charge well. So like, because the camera sticks out, it just won't work that well. The only way it's gonna work is if you have a MagSafe case and you put on like a MagSafe charger. Otherwise, you're not gonna get much look out of this. But design beautiful. When I'm holding it, it feels so light and it just feels so comfortable to use. With that being said, it's almost a little bit too thin though, because you know what? When I try to open my phone up, it's not always gonna open up, because sometimes like my hands could get slippery or whatever. It's like, it don't really get sweaty like that, but sometimes it gets slippery and like it don't want to open. And you know what? It's because we have so little to play with, is that like you have nowhere to grip onto. Also, another thing, so one big concern about the Z Fold 7 was the battery life. So the Z Fold 6 did not have the best battery life, and the Z Fold 7 doesn't have the best battery life either. So if anything, honestly, I'm just being completely 100% honest, I don't know if my habits changed or anything, or if this is just a new phone that just doesn't perform as well. It doesn't seem like the battery life is as good as the Z Fold 6. But that's just my observation. Some people don't feel that way, and some people feel like it's just the same as the Z Fold 6, but that's just me. They say it has the same exact battery size and it has a more efficient processor, so you know what? Maybe it is just me, but you know what? I don't know. That's just my opinion though. Also, in terms of the cameras, like I said, that under display camera was not good on the Z Fold 6, so I'm so glad that they changed it with the Z Fold 7. And I do notice an improvement in the camera quality from the Z Fold 6. Just every day, especially with the inside screens camera. For some reason, a lot of people don't like using this camera. I don't know why. Like, you bought a foldable phone, so why wouldn't you want to use the biggest screen you can? But yeah, the inner display, I am way more inclined to use this than I was on my last phone. And for the front cameras, you can tell like it has a bunch of features like 200 megapixels or whatever. I don't use that. And if you watch my Z Fold7 review, you'll see that I was talking about like when I was in New York and I was at the Brooklyn Bridge, it just overexposed everything, so it just doesn't look good. So I just decided not to use it at all. So I'm still using 12 megapixels, but it still looks great. I love the camera. Also, performance in the software, of course, it works great. This is the latest phone out. I would be pretty mad if I bought a $2,000 phone and it's already lagging. This isn't the days back when Android was like lagging phones everywhere. Like, we don't have that no more. It's very smooth. We're on One UI 8.5, we're on Android 16, and I'm on the June 5th, 2026 security patch. So if I update this, there might even be an update for it. Which, look at that. There isn't, but there might be one soon. My point is, ain't no complaints at all on that part. And also, like, I don't know what it is, but like, I still get a lot of compliments on my phone. So like, I don't know if it's just like from the Z Fold 6, like it didn't look as attractive or what. Or maybe it's just a different time, because I think people are still impressed by folding phones. Because I was in McDonald's and I saw a DoorDasher and she was looking at my phone. She was like, oh, I was Googling what your phone was. I was trying to figure it out. I mean, you could have just asked me, by the way, but I was telling her like, oh, it's a Galaxy Z Fold7. Samsung flew me out of Milwaukee and they flew me out to New York City to go ahead and try this out and just gave this to me. And like, I love this phone. So it does catch a lot of attention. She isn't the only one, man. If for some reason, I don't know what it is, DoorDashers love the Z Fold7. I don't know why. And just like ever since I had my first folding phone, the original Galaxy Fold, I've always loved just opening this thing up and watching YouTube, whether it's, has anybody watched Dante Leonard on YouTube? I recommend you go and look it up. It's some very interesting content. But texting on this thing is one of my favorite things to do on the Galaxy Z Fold. And just like I said, watching YouTube and just doing whatever. It's a very, very pleasurable screen. It has 120 hertz on the screen, or on both screens at that. They fixed a lot of the gripes I had about it. The biggest thing really was the S Pen, but like besides that, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal to me no more. And in terms of the battery life, yes, I definitely noticed the battery life does kind of suck, but it does get me throughout the day. So that's what I'm really mainly concerned about, because I charge everything at night anyway. So does it really matter to me? No. I charge my Galaxy Watch, I charge my Apple Watch, my iPhone 15. I have a lot of things to charge at night. Like maybe I should go ahead and consolidate that and like, I don't know, just maybe like downgrade that a little bit. But at the end of the day, should you go ahead and get a Z Fold7, even though the Z Fold 8 is going to be announced at the end of the month, I would say wait till the Z Fold 8. And I'm not saying to get the Z Fold 8, I'm just saying wait until the Z Fold 8, because the thing is gonna go ahead and drop in price as soon as that Z Fold 8 gets announced and it drops and it's out on the market. That's just how it works. You get a key at K5 and the 2027 model comes out and your 2026 is already outdated and it drops in value. And yeah, you know how it works with consumer things. Just really no issues. I have no issues, nothing to complain about. Like I haven't had any hardware issues or like any type of weird cracking or anything when I open it and close it. The hinge has been great. I've gotten the phone wet and everything. Like I haven't had to get it replaced or nothing like I had to do with my Z Flip7. Now I'm pretty sure I had a one-off issue with my Z Flip7 because I heard literally nobody else was complaining about this, but when I was opening my Z Flip7, it was making like a cracking noise right out the box. Super weird, man, super weird. But we'll see what's going on with the Z Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Wide and whatever else they got coming out this year. I'm so glad Samsung invited me to there again, so I really appreciate y'all. But for right now though, that's gonna do it. So that's gonna be my final thoughts on the Z Fold7. And y'all let me know what you think about the Z Fold7. Do you have the Z Fold7 or do you have a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2? What do you have? But don't forget to hit that like button, man. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel, of course. I'm trying to grow the channel. We just hit 50,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and double that right now. Also, don't forget your merch at LatrellJennings.com. It's still 20% off right now. And if there's only one thing in life, it's to keep it eccentric. That's why my name's Eccentric. And I'm gonna get up with y'all later, man. Peace out.